Coming up on Kids Connection, we're going all around Connecticut and finding scary good fun that will help make this season a real treat. So get ready to embrace the magic of autumn. A freshly pressed new episode begins right now.
This is an NBC Connecticut Kids Connection special presentation, Fall Fun! Proudly brought to you by ACES.
Hey kids, and welcome to a brand new episode of NBC Connecticut's Kids Connection Fall Fun. I'm CT Live's Taylor Kinsler, and in this spooktacular episode, we're going all around Connecticut, highlighting the thrills, chills, and flavors of the season. Autumn across our state is an amazing time. There's so much magic, color, characters, and treats. And now we're going to take you to Wethersfield and Manchester to introduce you to a few scary, fun friends stuffed full of creativity. Check it out.
They're silly, scary, friendly, spooky, funny, clever. These scarecrows combine unique designs, lots of creativity, and hard work. Did you know that scarecrows were invented by farmers to scare birds away from their crops? And now they've become a decorative Halloween tradition, especially right here in Wethersfield. Many town merchants, like Jenna Sarcia of Raised Ridge and her family, are setting up their scarecrow display for everyone to see.
Scarecrows on Main has been going on since 1995, and the last 29 years, we have probably walked down the street many times, enjoying all the different creations that many families and businesses have made. And the last 2 years, we got to participate with our business, Raised on Ridge. So this is our crew here, and we are making a Moana scene. Sienna came up with the idea of this scarecrow for our family. And there's Juliana holding Maui's head. Show us, Juliana.
There's a lot that goes into assembling and finishing their scarecrow.
Who's gonna help me with the zip tie? Me! Okay, ready? Lily, go for it.
Good.
Yay!
Now it's time to walk down Main Street to see all these displays. Let's head to Manchester, where these young artists are ready to put their paintbrushes to work.
We're building Harold and the Purple Crayon the Scarecrow for our Scarecrows on Main Street in downtown Manchester. And it is an event that's been happening for years where organizations bring scarecrows down to decorate Main Street. We had children help us decorate the pumpkins that will be at the foot of Harold to make it look like that he painted the pumpkins himself with some purple paint, and we have little crayons to put in the hay around his feet as well, since he uses a crayon to color his world. Events like this help encourage residents and organizations in town to participate in making our downtown fun for residents to walk down, to enjoy. It gives a sense of ownership to children to be involved in events downtown where they can go see the scarecrow they participated in making.
You can still see all the scarecrows on display in Wethersfield and Manchester right up until Halloween. For more information, go to nbcconnecticut.com/kidsconnection.
That was so cool. I love how unique each scarecrow was. Now our fall trip around the state brings us down to the shoreline. In the wonderful village of Mystic, there's an amazing piece of history, family owned and operated, and at almost 150 years old, it's still going full steam ahead, crafting refreshingly sweet treats.
B.F. Clyde Cider Mill is a family business. My mom and dad work here. I work here with my two brothers, my daughter, my niece, and I think that's all the family that works here. My aunt. Did I say my aunt? Can I do it again? My great-great-grandfather started the business in 1881. He used a mill down the road, and then by 1898 he had saved enough money that he was able to purchase all the wood, the engine, the press that's now running today, and he was up and running by the fall of 1898, and we've been running every fall since.
So the mill was built by my great-great-grandfather, and I've been working here full-time since 2015, but I've worked here ever since I was old enough to be useful. Since I could weigh apples and put them on a scale, or anything that I could do to help. This whole building and the press and everything in here was built here and running for the fall of 1898. And we've used the same equipment every year since then. This is where we make the steam. This the fire tube boiler, so it's got fire inside of the tubes. It boils the water. We collect it in a pipe up here. This goes up and around, and that's what powers our steam engine. So this is the heart of the operation. It runs everything in the building. The apples, we store them out in this building outside. They come in through an elevator in between the two buildings.
Depending on the day, I'll either help unload the truck or I'll go down in the apple house, like washing the apples and whatnot, sending them on their way to get pressed. It's really a lot of fun in my opinion. I love doing it here.
Then built into the floor upstairs is a grinder. So the apples are ground up whole as they come down that tube onto the table. They get wrapped up in a press cloth. And then we push the table and it spins around 180 degrees. And then the ground up apples go underneath this press over here. This is a 100-ton screw press. So this will put 100 tons of pressure on the apples, and that squeezes out all the juice. After we press all the juice out of the apples, the leftovers are folded up. They're put on a trolley and brought out to a trailer where one of our friends comes and picks it up and he feeds it to his cows. So as we're pressing the cider, it gets pumped underneath the floor into this tank. It's just a big refrigerated tank, the same that you'd find at a dairy farm. And then from here it goes under the floor and underground over to our store.
Here at the store, I run the cash register. Thank you, have a good day. I zip around everywhere. You'll find me in every building. I also do some of the ordering for our jarred products, and I'm also part of the 6th generation here at Clyde's.
It's a pretty neat thing to be able to look at this stuff and know that I'm running the same equipment that my great-great-grandfather built here and he was running.
I don't know if I could put into words how proud I am that I can continue to carry on this business. And I'm hoping that he's looking down proud and saying, that's my girl, I mean, that's all I can hope for.
Hey kids, I'm Storm Tracker meteorologist Anthony Carpino. Fall in Connecticut is usually filled with crisp air, bright colors, and now as we're in spooky season, we thought we'd have some fun with some weather phenomenon that look and sound spooky. Sometimes a weather term can sound so outrageous that there's no way it's real. And for this first term, we're going to talk about the hot topic of zombie fires. Yeah, you heard that right, zombie fires. This refers to wildfires that seem to rise from the dead. Remember that smoke we got earlier this year? That was caused by zombie fires returning to life after a long Canadian winter under the snow. They hide underground, smoldering like embers on a campfire, just to reignite many months later. But don't worry, firefighters are aware of this trick and spring into action once more. From the ground to the air, this next term can create a little scare. Dust devils are short-lived whirlwinds that kick up sand and dust. They might look like a scary tornado, but the name is the scariest part. They need a few ingredients to form, typically flat surfaces, clear skies, and little to no wind. When the bright sun heats up a pocket of air, it can sometimes rush upwards toward the cooler air, pulling some of those particles skyward and creating the dust devil. But have no fear, they are usually harmless and nowhere near the strength of a tornado. Stick around to learn more about spooky weather.
Still ahead, what to do with all the extra candy from Halloween. We have some sweet ideas to share. And later, things get a bit magical. NBC Connecticut's Kids Connection will be right back.
You're watching Kids Connection on NBC Connecticut. Fall fun!
An eerie haze on the horizon that could send shivers down your spine. Let's talk about fog, what it is, and how it forms. Hey kids, Storm Tracker meteorologist Anthony Carpino here again, back with some more spooky weather. Essentially, fog is a cloud that forms right at the ground. It typically forms in humid conditions when the air temperature is very close to the dew point. You know, in the morning when the grass is wet, that water is called dew, and sometimes as the sun rises, that water evaporates, adding more moisture to the air and creating fog. It can really reduce visibility, which makes it difficult for drivers on the road and pilots in the sky. And it can add an extra layer of spookiness to any forest or field. There are additional weather events that share similarities to fog. Mist is a close cousin, where the main difference is visibility. This is just easier to see through. Another cousin of fog is sea smoke, which we can sometimes see on any Connecticut lake or down by the shore. That's what happens when colder air moves over warmer water. It almost looks like steam, and is sometimes referred to as steam fog. For as spooky as it all looks, rest easy knowing that it's just a simple scientific interaction of temperature, water, and air.
Hey kids, I'm Doris Verdades from Telemundo, Connecticut. Have you heard of Dia de los Muertos or the Day of the Dead? It's a Mexican holiday where people celebrate and remember their loved ones who have passed away. Families make special altars called ofrendas and fill them with pictures, flowers, and even the favorite food of the person they're honoring. It's a time to remember happy moments. People also decorate sugar skulls and dress up in colorful costumes. It's all about joy, not sadness, because we're celebrating life. So the Day of the Dead is a beautiful way to honor family and friends and to keep their memories alive in our hearts. Now, would you like to learn how to say Dia de los Muertos? Let's practice. Can you say it with me? Dia de los Muertos.
Dia de los Muertos.
Oh, that's very good. I hope you enjoy learning some Spanish with us here on Kids Connection.
Hi everyone, I'm Caitlin Virgil and I am so excited today. I'm with my longtime friends, brothers and sisters. What's your name?
I'm Liam. I'm Lily. I'm Haley.
And in honor of Dia de los Muertos, we're going to be making sugar skull masks. What do you think?
Yay! Here's what you'll need to make this beautiful craft. Paper plates, colorful markers, a black marker, and a pencil. Glue sticks, scissors, glue dots, sticker gems, glitter glue, black construction paper, and jumbo popsicle sticks.
So first up, we're gonna have someone outline a skull like this on a paper plate. And what helps is if one person does it first, and then we'll all trace it. Now we need to make this look like this, right? So Lily, what do we do?
Grab the scissors and cut it out.
Make sure you have a parent, a guardian, an older adult around to help. So the next step is to take black construction paper and we're gonna make 2 circles for the eyes and a heart for the nose.
Now we could grab a glue stick and glue our eye and nose.
Awesome. All right, Lily, grab yours. And what I'm told is that you could put your heart upside down when you glue it, so it looks like the nose.
Let's give our sugar skulls some teeth. Start by drawing 7 oval shapes next to each other. Then simply draw a line through them to complete the smile.
Next up, the part we've all been waiting for. Are you ready to decorate? The last step is to take a glue dot, or you can use regular glue. You're gonna take it like this. You're gonna stick it on your popsicle stick so that it makes a double-sided tacky space to put your skull on. How much fun was that? They came out so good. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah.
You had fun? All
yeah.
right. Well, if you want to make this at home, you're going to head to NBCConnecticut.com/kidsconnection. All right, let's hold them up and say cheese.
Cheese.
Hi kids, I'm NBC Connecticut reporter Jennifer Cuevas. Trick-or-treating is so much fun, but what should you do with all your leftover Halloween candy? Don't worry, you don't have to eat it all. Here are 5 fantastic things you can do instead. Now first, you could choose to turn that candy into beautiful decorations. Use it to make colorful gingerbread houses for the holidays. Get creative and make each one unique. Or you can even spread the joy. You can donate your candy to shelters, nursing homes, or even troops overseas. It's a sweet way to give back to the community and show others you care about them. Another great idea, how about whipping up some tasty treats for family and friends? Use your candy for cookies, milkshakes, or even ice cream toppings. Yum! Next, feeling crafty? Turn candy into awesome artwork. Make candy wreaths or glue them onto picture frames for a nice, colorful touch. And finally, it's easy to use it as a learning tool. Count, sort, and chart your candy for some math magic. You can even try candy science experiments. Whatever you choose, leftover Halloween candy can be tons of fun without filling you up. So get creative and enjoy the sweetness. Happy Halloween and happy crafting!
Hey kids, ready for some fall fun you can do at home? Grab a grown-up and log on to nbcconnecticut.com/kidsconnection or scan the QR code on screen to download our spooktacular free activity sheets and let your creativity come alive. Then, take a picture of your beautiful artwork and send it to shareit@nbcconnecticut.com. You could see your monster pieces on air or on our NBC Connecticut social media pages.
Coming up after the break, a splendid workshop giving magical creations some custom flair.
Plus, we hop into a new story time. Don't go anywhere. NBC Connecticut's Kids Connection will be right back.
You're watching Kids Connection on NBC Connecticut. Fall fun!
Whenever animators want to add some scare to their scene, you've probably heard this before. Wow, that was loud, right? Thunderstorms, dark clouds, loud rumbles, and vivid lightning. All of the ingredients for a bone-rattling weather event. But one of the spookiest things about thunderstorms has to be when they roll in. They result from the right combination of colliding warm and cool air, which make for a perfect environment to build massive clouds. The warm air rises and the water droplets begin to form. Once the droplets get too heavy to stay airborne, they fall back to Earth as rain. If they stay high in the sky for longer, they can turn into hail. Now, some chunks of ice can become larger than quarters, which is very common in severe thunderstorms. Now, where does the lightning come from? The different air molecules move past each other in the cloud. This builds up an electric charge, just like when you move your feet back and forth on the carpet. When the difference between the cloud's charge and the ground's is too great, then zap, a bolt of lightning forms. Then a rumble of thunder follows, and you'll definitely hear the thunder after seeing lightning, since the speed of sound is way slower than the speed of light. But most importantly, when a thunderstorm is in the forecast, you'll want to make sure you head inside, especially if you start to see or hear it. Remember, when thunder roars, go indoors.
Hi kids, I'm NBC Connecticut Storm Tracker Chief Meteorologist Ryan Hanrahan.
And I'm Storm Tracker Meteorologist Bob Maxton. You know, with winter weather just around the corner, we'll soon be dealing with snow and ice and freezing temperatures. So it's important to stay safe and warm.
That's right, the NBC Connecticut Storm Tracker team is always working to keep our viewers prepared and protected. Not only do we provide you with the most accurate forecast in the state, but we also just expanded our Storm Tracker weather camera network.
Yeah, take a look. We have more cameras than ever installed across the entire state to track storms in real time. Inland, we've got a bird's eye view in Litchfield, Waterbury, Hartford, and Windsor Locks, and along the shoreline from Bridgeport to New Haven, all the way to New London and Mystic.
It's just another way NBC Connecticut's Storm Tracker team is keeping you and your family safe, especially during severe weather. And if you want to join our team of meteorologists and Snow Monster, there's a way for you to become an honorary Storm Tracker right from your own home.
You can send weather photos and videos to shareit@nbcconnecticut.com to show us what the conditions are like in your town. We might show them live on TV or post them to our social media pages to give everyone watching a better idea of what's happening near you.
Now, what's the fall season without a little magic? We visited one workshop up in Stafford where the real wizardry is what they're able to make with some scrap pieces of wood. Take a look.
A lot of wood coming in, a lot of wood going out, and with that, a lot of happiness going out. The biggest thing we sell is happiness.
Meet Ed and Janet, marvelous maestros of all things magic wands.
It's always been a passion to make things.
And we thought we were going to build the business towards making furniture.
But it was a whimsical request from their 9-year-old that had them spellbound.
She wanted to have a Harry Potter birthday, and we made the wands for that birthday party.
The kids decorated them at the party. They were a huge hit.
Every now and again, she'll come home from college now, and I'll just kind of elbow her and like, look what you've done.
A family shop turning scrap into something splendid, adding custom flair that could charm anyone.
Wands can take anywhere from 5 minutes to 5 hours to 5 days. It really depends on the complexity of the design.
We have probably out here about 1,000 wands that are all unique. If you don't find a wand, I'll help you design a wand, and then we'll make that wand for you. We're nerds. We've been nerds. We're both engineers.
That's right. These wizards of woodworking actually have day jobs.
I'm still in aerospace. It's fun because I get to come home after work and do stuff like this, and people want to walk out with something that's really special. They want to have something that just that wow factor in their hands.
I know that the kids will play with them. I see them in the shop all the time shooting spells at each other. It's all fun. It's all about making the magic.
For more information, visit nbcconnecticut.com/kidsconnection.
From some quiet corner magic in Putnam to a bump in the night that created a Willimantic icon, join NBC Connecticut's Matt Austin as he travels the state, uncovering the charms, secrets, and treasures that are hidden in plain sight. Grab a grown-up and stream the new season now. Check out Roku, YouTube, Amazon Fire TV, NBCConnecticut.com, and the NBC Connecticut app.
Up next, fall in love with a charming tale of science, adventure, and amphibians. A new story time after these quick messages. Stay tuned.
You're watching Kids Connection on NBC Connecticut. Fall fun!
My name is Douglas Haddad, and I'll be reading my book, Maya McClure, the Brave Science Girl, The Toad Cave. One of the things that inspired this book is my daughter. She'll want to read the books to me when I'm like, wait a second, shouldn't I be reading them to you? And sometimes we'll alternate pages. So it's great to see her so highly involved in reading and the arts and science. Maya McClure, the Brave Science Girl, has a passion for nature. She urges her classmates and community to sign a petition to the legislature. Maya announces,
"They're cutting down trees right near our school, destroying animal homes is unfair and downright cruel." At night, Maya sleeps with her window open, just a crack, enough to feel the breeze blow gently across her back.
Suddenly, a row of silhouettes appears across Maya's room. Wham! Who's there, Maya asks, as she reaches for a whisk broom. She pokes around and is greeted with a surprise. Croak, croak, croak! A bunch of warty toads staring with their big bulging eyes. She gives the toads a safe place to stay and carries them to the basement so they can hop around and play.
The next morning, Maya sits in class thinking about what she can do. "Aha," she tells her teacher, Miss Russell. "I have something to share with you.
I want to build a home for toads and give them a safe habitat.
I would like to ask for your advice how to do that." When Maya arrives home, she gets going right away. She looks around and finds an old flower pot made out of clay. She takes some paint and makes a bunch of cool designs, and she even adds a flashy welcome sign.
The next day, Maya shows her teacher all that she had done. She shares her plan, and Miss Russell says, "You have only just begun.
Now you must find a shady place and dig a hole in the ground where our little friends will have shelter and won't be easily found.
Maya enters the woods with her croakers and a trusty garden spade. She finds the perfect spot to carve a hole with her sharp-edged blade.
She digs down, buries her pot halfway on its side, just deep enough for the little creatures to hide.
Miss Russell appears and says, "Let's go find some branches and sticks. While we're at it, let's collect some rocks and old sturdy bricks."
Maya and Miss Russell add soil and leaves inside the pot, and everything looks to be in the perfect spot. Miss Russell adds toads live in drier environments than frogs.
They burrow, so we need to camouflage their home with a few logs. What looks like a cloud of dust is something else in disguise. Maya yells, "Run, Miss Russell!" as she's overtaken with great surprise.
Miss Russell gets up and runs and never looks back, as a swarm of bees are on the attack. Miss Russell waves her hands wildly as she hurries toward the cave. "Keep running," shouts Maya. "You just have to be brave."
Now it's up to Maya McClure to quickly figure out a plan. She opens her backpack and out comes a small portable fan. Maya sets the dial to high and lets out all the toads as she blows the bees toward the glorious abode. "Thank you. I'm so relieved," sighs Miss Russell. Maya replies, "It just took a few hungry toads and a little bit of muscle."
The next day, Miss Russell hands a letter to Maya. She opens it and shouts, "The toads will be getting more homes."
Everyone cheers, "Maya McClure! Maya McClure!" Miss Russell adds, "Thank you for using your voice and being one brave science girl."
The end.
I love that story. Such a great tale of courage and adventure. Kids, thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to treat yourself to some more fall fun, all of these segments, plus more great family-friendly content, is available online now. Grab a grown-up and head on over to YouTube, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or NBCConnecticut.com/KidsConnection and our app. Until next time, we hope you have a frightfully fun season. Bye.
Thanks for watching Kids Connection on NBC Connecticut. Proudly brought to you by ACES.